Ciao and welcome to the channel. Today I'll be making a limoncello raspberry and lemon tiramisu. I've got a basket here in front of me and I have decided to use it as the mold for my tiramisu. We are very close to Valentine, but also it's my sister-in-law's birthday, so I will use the opportunity to kill two birds with one stone. The basket is wider at the top and narrow at the bottom, so I have decided that the bottom will be the top, and what I'll do, I'll line it up with some cling film and I'll build the tiramisu and then I'll turn it upside down and this will be the top. So let's make a start. And that is my basket lined up. My lady fingers will fit in quite nicely without falling through. And I'll start by making a lemon and a limoncello syrup. I'm removing the zest from a couple of small lemons. Potato peelers are ideal for this job, by the way. Look, much easier. I add some water. Water is cold, by the way, and I'm squeezing the same two lemons now. I'm removing the pips from the lemon, but I'm gonna keep the bits from the lemon and I'll add it to the water. And do not worry if the odd pips does fall in, because we will be filtering this later. Followed by some normal granulated sugar. I'll dissolve the sugar, I'll put it on the hob. As soon as it starts boiling, I will leave it to simmer for about 4 minutes. And this is done and I can go ahead and sieve my syrup now. And I will leave this to cool down, as it needs to be cold before we can dip any biscuits in it. And that is not a problem, as I can work on the filling. This is fresh double cream straight out of the fridge. And I'll whisk it until it stiffens up. And continue mixing it until you get a nice smooth consistency, pretty much like this, nice and creamy. Make sure that you do not overdo it, otherwise it'll turn into batter. My next ingredient is homemade lemon curd. I made this during the Christmas holiday. Look how beautiful it is. I will put a link on this video if you want to see how to make it. This is mascarpone cheese. It's an Italian creamy cheese, very often used to make tiramisu, but also for general cooking as well. It's very good. Followed by my first dose of limoncello. 1 shot goes in. And I'll whisk everything together now. I've tested the cream. It's not as sweet as I would like it to be. So 3 teaspoons of icing sugar, a little bit more limoncello, and I'll mix it together so that my sugar is totally dissolved. And I'll add it to my cream. And that is perfect. Let's try. Wonderful. In the meantime, my lemon syrup has cooled down and I can add more limoncello. I'm doing this now and not before, as I do not want the alcohol from the limoncello to evaporate. And I'll put another couple of shots, entirely up to you how much limoncello you decide to put in. And I'm ready to start lining up my basket with ladyfingers. I'm using this side of the ladyfingers, the one with the sugar, to go against the outside, so that is what will be visible once it's finished. I'm dipping them in the syrup for no more than 1 second and putting them in. I do not want them to go all soggy. I decided to do the upright ones first, so that they will be locked by the ones at the bottom as and when I put them in, and they'll stay in place. I'm struggling to put one here at the top of the heart, so I'm going to get a biscuit and cut it in half. Steak knife, by the way, to cut ladyfingers lengthwise are ideal. Very quickly dip it in. That's one, and that is the other one, and that should give me a perfect shape. Starting on the base now, which will be the top, again dipping the side without the sugar so that this faces up. Occasionally you might have to break a couple of ladyfingers in half, not a problem, they're very easy to do, and off I go again. And as I mentioned before, this will ensure that the little soldier standing up will be locked in. And do not be too worried if it's not absolutely perfect, because the top eventually will be covered with cream anyway. Of course, that is on the assumption that you choose to do something similar. You can make this on a standard dish as a rectangular shape, of course. Okay, I'm doing some patching up where there are little holes to ensure that nothing gets through, and I think pretty much I'm ready for some cream now. And there it is. A nice flat surface ready for the next layer of biscuits. And I just finished the second layer of my biscuits, and I'll carry on until either I reach the top or I run out of ingredients. I don't think I will, but also I will need to keep some cream to finish the cake once I turn it the other way around. But do remember, if you're making anything similar, to ensure that as you apply your cream that you compact it down. I'm doing the initial stages with a spoon, and I'm using a spatula afterwards so that I can go against the edges. I've just reached the last layer, and all I need now is just some biscuits. And as this is going to be the base eventually, I am now dipping the biscuits on the side of the sugar and putting them in, ensuring that they are level with the top of the basket and the other biscuits, of course. And once again, in a little hole, just press them in. There is plenty of cream in there to be able to absorb them in. And it's feeling nice and compact, and the biscuits are nice and dry. So I am done for now. I'll put it in the fridge for half an hour, enough for it to set, and then I'll turn it the other way around and hopefully it will come out in one piece. See you then. Okay, I am back, and actually it was in the fridge for more like 90 minutes than 30 minutes. Two reasons. Number one, because we had our dinner, but also because we wanted to make sure that it was definitely set. So if you are going to make anything as extravagant as this, maybe you can leave it a little bit longer. Equally well, if you're going to be doing something like this, I would advise that you decide on the type of stand you're going to be using. And we've got this glass one, and I'll just position it so that the cake sits bang on in the middle, and especially here, and it is perfectly like this. Now this is new ground for me, so you'll have to bear with me. I want to make sure that I don't break it, but also I don't break the stand. So very, very gently this time. I'll turn it around, like so. Nothing has happened, which is good. Let's remove some of the cling film out of the way. And wanting to be really honest, this is the part I've been looking forward to mostly, removing these. Ooh, look at this, Julie. Wow.
Oh, it's held its shape, how lovely. He's no romantic at heart, you see.
But it's not over yet. We now need to remove the cling film, but I cannot imagine that being a problem, do you?
You're really gentle.
Very, very gentle. Maybe I'll do one layer at a time.
Yeah.
Be like peeling an onion. That is coming off very easy, actually. There, look at this, Julie. It feels very firm, and I'm very pleased. I'll show you this side as well. Look. It's perfectly symmetric as well. So let's do some decoration now.
Lovely.
And I'm ready. So I'm going to apply a little of the cream at the very top. And using a palette knife, I'm spreading it across the surface of my heart, but I will stay within these edges here. And rather than struggle, just turn the stand, and then you can work on the areas which are not easy to reach. And it's a bit of a sad affair, as we do no longer have any more piping bags, so I'm having to improvise. I'm using a resealable freezer bag. And very gently I'm going along the edge with my homemade piping bag and covering the line. I did say that there were raspberries involved in this cake, so I am applying them on top of my new line. And as I put them in, I just push them down gently, enough for them to stay. Nearly there, one more, and we are done for now. There. Okay.
Oh yes, she's lovely.
And with the remaining cream, I'm going to go all along and make some very, very pretty pattern. If Jenna, my sister-in-law, knew the efforts I'm putting into this cake, she would love me forever.
Well, she will know when she's seen the video.
Okay. Literally,
On the phantom hole finder. I think there was a little one here somewhere. Did I see one? Oh, no, maybe not.
In case you have noticed, Julie is the sort of person when we do decorating that she'll say, oh, you missed a bit.
Oh yeah, sorry. It's my superpower.
Okay.
Not bad at all, young man.
And I'll finish off with another 3 in the middle. 3 larger ones, like this. Nearly finished. One more thing. This is a lemon which I put in the freezer earlier. See, look, it's rock hard. So, using my trusted knife, I'll remove the end first. And can you see? It's changed the color. It's all white. And I'll sprinkle it on top to just give a little bit of a snow effect. But that is a lemon snow. And the limoncello lemon and raspberries tiramisu is ready. I think it's safe to say that you'll have to go back in the fridge. We're not eating this until tomorrow. However, I had some left over, and I made a little glass, but I didn't know if I had enough, so I used some blueberries and some pistachio just to try. This has been in the fridge as well, so that we can see what it's like. This is a little treat for Julie. Oh, very zesty.
Good. And that's
Really
without the
lovely.
frozen
Without
zest.
frozen zest, yes. Lovely. Very refreshing, and it goes to show, I mean, this is something that I've never done before. Used a little initiative, and it came out looking absolutely beautiful. And what I was going to say, try something different, or try a normal dish. It's very refreshing. It doesn't matter if it's Easter, if it's Christmas, or if it's Valentine's. It's a beautiful
Or my
cake.
sister's birthday.
Or your sister's birthday, as it happens. Let me know if you make it, and if you do, or if you make any variations or in different shapes. I'd be interested to see. Maybe you can post a photo on my Facebook page. Arrivederci, grazie, and buon appetito as always. Thank you for watching. Ciao.
Lovely.